Welcome back to another episode of Carba Serene is the best human in the world. Hey, my wonderful sweet babies, I'm back. Since this video was so highly requested, you guys better get it to 1 million views by tomorrow morning. Additionally, I also need about 5 or 6 million more subbies, so subscribe if you're cool and spread this video throughout the entire kingdom. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about the fight. If you follow me on Twitter, and you should be because I'm super funny, hello, then you would know that I said if Bud Crawford starts this fight southpaw, it's probably not going to go the way I want it to go. Unfortunately, I was right. The fight was not close. A lot of us thought it would be much closer. Even the odds makers had it around a 50-50 fight, with Crawford being a slight favorite. However, Crawford styled on my boy. He won pretty much every round except for the first. So let's just chit chat about what went wrong for Spence and a bit about what went right for Crawford. Starting with the first round, pretty much your basic feel out round. Both of them were very cautious and not many punches were being thrown. Spence showed his game plan of basically moving forward and using his jab while Crawford waited and observed. Spence was able to push Crawford to the ropes with a double jab and a left hook, but Crawford immediately clinched. In the second round, Spence continued his aggressiveness. He did land some good shots, but Crawford kept his composure and read Spence extremely well. Except this round, Crawford was able to counter and drop Spence for the first time in his career. To me, I thought that him getting dropped for the first time would be demoralizing, but he got right back up and got active. So that was good for me to see as from a fan's perspective, because sometimes during a fight, you can kind of see a fighter lose their spirit. And I never saw that with him. So we got to give him props for that. But Crawford's ability to make reads and then literally put them to use seconds later was a thing of beauty. Crawford pretty much countered everything that came at him. I don't think, well, I know Spence wasn't prepared for that much movement. There were times when it looked like Spence was overthrowing, but he actually wasn't. Sometimes when you're like at a fight, you don't really catch everything. So when I watched it on TV yesterday, what was happening was when Spence went to throw, I saw it happen a couple of times. Crawford would basically just move back a little bit and get out of range while simultaneously throwing his own shot. And if he didn't hit hard enough, that added momentum of Spence like lunging forward basically was just adding insult to injury. It got so bad the ringside doctor had to come and check on Spence, but it wasn't really that big deal for me because, like, if you see somebody taking that much damage over an extended period of time, I feel like the doctor will say something to the ref. They just don't always get into the ring. So in the ninth round, Crawford dropped Spence and the ref waved it off. Like I said before, the fight was not close. Crawford's style is basically a nightmare.
So, hey guys, editing Karma here. I briefly want to touch on the rematch. Typically, I feel like rematches go the way the original fight goes. So in that case, there probably should not be a rematch. But I just feel like if a fighter believes that they can do better, let them have their rematch. They put the clause in there for a reason. They both agreed to it. So honestly, come up. Come up. There's a friend right there. Yeah, so honestly, I feel like we should get the rematch. The fight did not do what I expected it to do. I didn't think it would be on the level that like Tank Ryan was, but I thought it would do better. They said it did around 600,000. I thought it was going to do like maybe 8 or maybe just under 1 million. So because this fight was so one-sided, we're probably not going to have the casual people wanting to tune in to watch the rematch, so it probably won't do as well as this one. Definitely not. But obviously I'll watch it. It should be in Texas. If it's in Texas, I'm going. But I'll never set foot back in Las Vegas during the summer ever again. It was just way too fucking hot. When I landed, it was like a little bit after 8. I looked at my phone at 9 and it was like 111 degrees. Like the sun had not even brushed its fucking teeth before it started burning the back of my neck. Like seriously, it was just too fucking hot. But yeah, anyway, about the rematch, I think it will happen probably in December. Definitely at 154, so it won't be for the belts. So Crawford's probably not going to fight Boots, like everyone is saying. He's probably not going to fight Stanionis, who should be getting his shot before anybody. And then after that, Crawford will probably fight Charlo and then retire. He's cemented in the Hall of Fame. So there's honestly nothing more he can do. He's the first 4-belt era undisputed at 147. So 2-time undisputed. And then if he beats Mel Charlo at 154 and gets one of his belts, or 3, definitely that's like ATG shit right there. There's literally nothing anybody can say about Crawford after that point. If that happens, please. But yeah, so he could retire today. First ballot Hall of Fame immediately. Immediately, yes. So yeah, about that rematch, December, I can see it happening. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Spence will do better, making a better account of himself. And I will be watching and rooting for him because that's what true fans do. But anyway, enjoy the video. Bye, guys.
Now, about these excuses. I watched that video that doctor posted speaking about the neurological damage that he observed. I'm not here to discredit that person because I don't know him personally, but I am calling bullshit. I just find it difficult to believe that Errol Spence could have passed all these medicals for all these years post crash and have seen all these doctors came out with good testing, good MRIs, good EEGs, and this guy could just look at his TV and make this observation without having any access to his medical record. And y'all stupid asses just believed it. Not only that, in the event that some doctor was paid off and was willing to risk his medical license, that pretty much nullifies everything Bud did. Because what you're essentially saying is that he beat up a handicapped person. Sometimes 2 things can be true simultaneously, but this is not one of those things. So I'm not trying to hear that, guys. As far as the retirement talk, I was on the retirement train for a bit. One of the main reasons is because I believe Spence performed so poorly because of his stretches of inactivity. We cannot deny that inactivity does hurt fighters. And after what happened last weekend, he does need to sit down for a bit. But Spence said he wants to run it back, so I'm going to stick beside him because this team man down today, tomorrow, and forever. Period. But I know a lot of you guys are just here to troll and y'all really don't care about my opinions and you don't even watch the channel. So now is your chance to get in the comments and let me know what you thought about the fight, what you think the next steps for Spence and Crawford should be. And until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay stepping, and stay messy. Bye.
I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama.